Hey everyone, welcome back. Today we have a super tough famous personalities quiz, 20 questions about some of history's most incredible people. Let's see how many you can get right. Good luck. Kicking us off, this scientist was born in Serbia, but changed the world in America. He built the electrical system that literally powers your home right now, and he had wild dreams of sending energy wirelessly through the air. Think you know who this is? Take a guess. The answer is Nikola Tesla. And here's something cool. Tesla never needed to draw his inventions on paper. He could build a complete machine inside his imagination, test it mentally, and only then build the real thing. Genius level, off the charts. All right, question 2. This artist from Mexico turned her own life, including a lot of pain and suffering, into stunning paintings. She loved flowers, animals, and the vibrant colors of her culture. Her work is recognized all over the world. Who could she be? That's Frida Kahlo. Now here's a wild fun fact. Frida painted herself over and over again more than 50 times. She once said that she painted herself because she was the subject she knew best. Honestly, fair enough. Question 3. Imagine a world with no phone calls. This inventor from Scotland changed all of that. In 1876, he made a call that would go down in history, and from that moment, human communication was never the same. Who is it? It's Alexander Graham Bell. And get this, the man who invented the telephone absolutely hated having one in his own office. He thought it was too distracting and refused to use it while he worked. A little ironic, don't you think?
Here's number 4. This English woman walked through dark corridors every single night, lamp in hand, earning a special nickname. Who is she? The answer? Florence Nightingale. And her name is actually more special than you might think. She was named after the beautiful Italian city where she was born, Florence, Italy. Her parents were traveling at the time. A lovely story behind a legendary name. On to question 5. This Spanish master didn't just paint. He completely shattered the rules of art and helped create a brand new movement. One of his most powerful works was a protest against the brutality of war. Over the course of his life, he made more than 50,000 pieces of art. Any ideas? Correct if you said Pablo Picasso. Now, brace yourself for his fun fact. His full birth name is 23 words long. His parents gave him the names of multiple saints and family members. I won't read all of them, but trust me, it takes a while. Question 6. This woman was born into, but she escaped and then did something extraordinary. She kept going back again and again, risking her life every single time to guide hundreds of others to freedom through a secret network. Who is this hero? Harriet Tubman? Yes, that is the correct answer. Number 7. This Italian thinker pointed a telescope at the sky and saw things no one had ever seen before. He confirmed that Earth moves around the sun, and for saying so, the authorities put him under house arrest. He is considered the father of modern science. Who is he? It's Galileo Galilei. Here's something surprising though. Galileo didn't actually invent the telescope. Someone else did, but he improved it so dramatically that he could see the craters on the moon. He basically took someone else's toy and turned it into a scientific revolution. Here's question 8. For over 60 years, this British scientist lived among chimpanzees in the forests of Tanzania. She proved that chimps laugh, grieve, use tools, and form friendships, completely changing how humanity sees animals. Can you name her? The answer is Jane Goodall. And as a child, she was already obsessed with animals. So obsessed that she once sat completely still inside a henhouse for hours just to watch a chicken lay an egg. That level of patience at a young age totally explains the career she built. Here we go. Question 9. This child from Austria was performing music for kings and queens before most kids could even read. He wrote over 600 pieces of music, operas, symphonies, everything, and he didn't even make it to his 36th birthday. Who composed all of this?
That's Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart. And his first symphony? He wrote it at 8 years old. 8. While most kids that age are figuring out how to ride a bike, this boy was composing full orchestral works. Absolutely extraordinary.
Question 10. And this one might surprise you. Way back in the 1840s, more than 100 years before the first modern computer, this English mathematician wrote what is considered the very first computer program ever. Who was this visionary thinker?
It's Ada Lovelace. And here's the twist. Her mother pushed her into studying mathematics on purpose because she was terrified Ada would grow up to be a poet like her famous father, Lord Byron. The plan worked, and the world got the world's first programmer.
Halfway there, question 11. This young man from Venice packed his bags and set off on one of the greatest adventures in human history, traveling all the way to China along the Silk Road. He spent 24 years away from home and wrote a book that inspired explorers for centuries. Who is he? Marco Polo. And he started that incredible 24-year journey when he was just 17 years old. 17. Most teenagers today are figuring out what to have for lunch. This guy was heading across the entire known world.
Question 12. This young girl from Pakistan simply believed that every child deserved to go to school. When extremists tried to silence her, she survived, stood back up, and took her message to the entire world, becoming the youngest Nobel Peace Prize winner in history. Who is she?
The answer is Malala Yousafzai. On her 16th birthday, instead of having a party, she gave a speech at the United Nations in front of world leaders. And they named that day in her honor. It's officially called Malala Day. What a way to celebrate a birthday.
Question 13. This American entrepreneur started a company in his garage, and that company went on to put a music player, then a phone, then a tablet into the pockets and hands of billions of people around the world. Who built this empire? That's Steve Jobs. And the name Apple? He came up with it after spending time at an apple farm and thought the word sounded friendly, simple, and not intimidating. He wanted technology to feel approachable, and I think it's safe to say the plan worked.
Number 14. During World War II, this 13-year-old Jewish girl and her family hid in a secret apartment in Amsterdam for 2 years to survive. She kept a diary the entire time. Her words have since been read by millions of people across more than 70 languages. Who was she?
Anne Frank. She gave her diary a name. She called it Kitty and wrote to it like a dear friend, sharing her fears, her hopes, and her dreams. That personal touch is part of why her story connects with people of every age, everywhere in the world. Question 15. This naturalist from England sailed the world on a ship called the Beagle and spent years studying wildlife on remote islands. What he discovered about how living things change and adapt over time completely transformed the science of biology. Who is he? It's Charles Darwin. And here's a delightful one. Darwin once played trumpet directly at his plants to test whether music would help them grow faster. Spoiler, it didn't. But the fact that he tried is exactly the kind of curious experimenting that made him a great scientist. On to 16. This French designer looked at how women dressed and decided it all needed to change. She stripped away the fuss and the frills and gave the world something simple and elegant, including a little black dress and a perfume that's still one of the most famous ever made. Who is she? The answer is Coco Chanel. But Coco wasn't her real name. She was born Gabrielle. The nickname Coco came from her early days singing in a cafe. It stuck for the rest of her life, and so did her impact on fashion forever.
Question 17. This basketball player's journey began with a crushing disappointment when his high school coach cut him from the varsity team. He channeled that rejection into pure determination and went on to win 6 championships and be called the greatest player of all time. Who is this legend? Michael Jordan. And yes, the greatest basketball player ever was cut from his school team. He actually went home and cried. But then he woke up the next morning and started training harder than ever. That rejection became the fuel for everything that followed. Question 18. In 1805, 2 explorers set off to map the uncharted American wilderness. With them was a young woman who served as their guide and interpreter, navigating thousands of miles of unknown terrain, all while caring for her newborn baby. Who was she?
That is Sacagawea. She was around 16 years old when she joined the Lewis and Clark expedition. 16, with a newborn baby on her back, guiding a team of grown men through mountains, rivers, and territories they had never seen. Unreal strength. Nearly there, question 19. This French boy lost his sight in an accident when he was just 3 years old. By the time he was 15, he had invented an entirely new system of reading and writing using raised dots, a system that is still used by blind people all over the world today. Who was he?
Correct answer is Louis Braille. And the system he invented at 15 years old was actually inspired by a military code that French soldiers used to send messages in the dark without light. He took that idea and transformed it into something that gave millions of people access to reading and writing.
And here's the final question, number 20. This Kenyan woman looked at the deforested land around her and decided to do something about it. She didn't wait for governments or big organizations. She got communities together and planted trees. Over 51 million of them. She became the first African woman to win the Nobel Peace Prize. Who is she?
It's Wangari Maathai. And on top of all that incredible work, she was also the very first woman in East and Central Africa to earn a doctoral degree. A pioneer in education and a champion for the environment. One of the most remarkable people of the 20th century. And that is all 20 questions. Massive well done for sticking with it. This one was genuinely tough. Drop your score in the comments below. I'd love to see how everyone did. And if you enjoyed the quiz, hit that like button and subscribe so you don't miss the next one. See you in the next video.